Chamgei chitab Kalenjin atinye kamangunet ale karitestai inyoru koskolengut noto nekararan en ui tugul ole imi yeitesetai igere ketesiet nebo Nenyon TV. Niton ko barainda ne inege nekaketuye kora tuan en logoiywekab emet en koindo. Nesomanun kwanenet Faith Chirchir. Kitaunen logoiywek chuton ole kaibet sobonwekab biik aengu kotestai konyor alaka konyoiset angwanu en sipitalitab Tenwek ole alak tisab komiten sipitalitab Kaplong ye kangoriachke tokoch lorit ne katokyingei Kaplong koyabu Bomet ak matatu noton ne katokyingei Bomet en komostab Kapmusa ole mwae Mutai anan Stanley Mutai ne inendet ko disaster management officer en county nebo Bomet kole kabit noton kosipkei ak kungwerwet noton nekomiten en saishek choton kakikonor borwek choton en sipitalitab nekikonorwen borwek noton nebo Longisa.
Nekiten sait sokol ak nusu kebirwech simoit kele miten ajali nekabit en Kamusa yoton ko oretab Bomet Kaplong highway ole katinygei lorit aina ya Tata ak Nissan matatu Kwanza nekatokyingei komosin bo Kisii. Mwaat kele kamiten kibungweret nekami en asubuhi ne maimukak koker barabara lorit nekawendi komosin bo Bomet ne katokyingei Nissan inikan ak kokwergei tokoch en tokoch ele kaiumisan biik chekomiten taa en karinitet amun dereva nekakete Nissan nitet komatakomukak kostop amun kachilak missing en komostanyin ele kakiach lorit notet ak biik aeng chekomiten komostab passenger ko kakijaribunan kot ketoret icheket ele kakinemu icheket en karinitet kokakosich majeraha nebo kelyek chekoilyo ak kakimut icheket koba Tenwek Mission Hospital ele tesetai icheket ak konyoiset. Icheket chekoibet sobet noton ko dereva ak passenger agenge ne kwondo nekomiten batenyin ko kakibet sobet ak kakimut icheket koba Longisa Hospital mortuary ele ikeni akobo konoret ak chikilisiet ak konoret. Niton kora ko biik chekomi karini ko mwaat kele kanekit biik 13 amun biik 4 ko chekakimut koba Tenwek Hospital ele tesetai konyoiset ak biik 7 ko chekaba Kaplong Mission Hospital ele tesetai icheket ak konyoiset. Niton ko mwaat kele kasababishan ajalitet nekami subui anan kibungweret nekangolilgei karisiek chu komamiten agetugul nekang'aban koriepgei tokoch en tokoch. Niton kiimisoni kora kelenji derevaek chemuche komuswoti kosubui en kasarwek chemiten robwek kounitet komakosoni komi mist kemoche kwa uangalifu amun ndakasloen agetugul ako en barabara komuche kotakitere nyasutiet neunitet nekamuche kobit en barabara.
Noton chitab Kalenjin ketokyinigei county nebo Baringo ole ko oret agenge noton nebo keistoenge anan nebo kiwong chorsetab kiagik en komosta noton nebo Kerio Valley kowendi serikalitab emoni kobun motwek noton nebo ripsetab kalyet ne naat ko The National Counter Terrorism Center NCTC kokochin kanetisiet barnotik choton chekikoistoenge chorset asikobit koek noton agenge en kimnotet noton nekitokyin kiwong yautik choton bo chorsetab kiagik. Agoi en inguni komuch konyorchigei kanetisiet barnotik cheite 16 ole kosubkei ak Kenneth Maucha ne ine ko neo en anan ne inendet ko neindochin lipsonoton ko anan ripsetab kalyet konyalu en barnotik en kebeberta noton komongei en chamet asikobit konyorchigei kanetisionoton bo kamanut.
Some of these youths are actually reformed bandits, and they have done such a very good job in their training, and this one, it was in good partnership between the EU and Kenya government, as well as the partnership with the AIC Church, who have come up strongly to work together with us in the spirit of whole of society approach, which is very critical in the area of rehabilitation and reintegration back to society. And what I can say is that this one gels well with the goals of NCTC, which looks deeply into creating an awareness and, more importantly, creating resilience among the youths, so that when they are empowered, they can actually reject violent extremism and violence of all forms, including terrorism and banditry, and we expect them to stand up as good examples of good citizens, good and productive citizenry, and more importantly, to act as our ambassadors for peace as we work towards national and regional stability.
Njia ya hiyo wizi inatokana na watu kutegemea tu ukulima moja ya mfuko. Hasa tukienda ukulima ya kupanda mahindi, tuende ukulima ya avocado, kuenda ukulima ya maembe, hapo improve diversification ya ukulima, ndio akili zetu isitegemee njia moja tu ya kupata mapato.
Nimeona disadvantage kwa hii mambo na banditry because ime affect familia mingi, vijana wanakosa kazi. Inaomba serikali wasaidie vijana kwa employment. Sisi kama vijana wengine tumesoma lakini hatuna makazi. So hiyo njia moja ama ingine kwa kusaidia vijana wakuwe pamoja, waandikwe kazi, na vile wameandikwa kazi vijana wengi watasahau hiyo mambo na banditry na watajifanyia makazi. Kuna makazi. So hiyo njia moja ama ingine kwa kusaidia vijana wakuwe pamoja.
Hage en logoiywekab alak chitab kalenjin ko kakogochi kateunet minister noton nebo ripsetab kalyet en emet orit noton ko Kipchumba Murkomen kandoik choton chebo bolatet che iloli biikab emet. Kamwa Murkomen kole kandoikab bolatet choton che ilole biikab emet ko icheket chepche kalyet noton anan ibu rarunetab kalyet en kwenutab biikab emet.
That the only threat we face in our security sector is no longer banditry in this area. It is not a threat of even the worst threat we are facing now in the country. It's not even of hooliganism and goons. The greatest threat is politicians who have bankrupt of ideas, and they resort to incitement, they resort to fighting citizens, they resort to name calling and inciting Kenyans to fight each other. We will be taking very firm legal measures against everyone who is going to incite Kenyans to fight. And let me assure Kenyans, it will not be under the watch of President William Ruto that Kenyans will be incited by one individual. We will make sure that measures are put in place that they will not have space to carry out this mission of incitement. Na mimi nataka kusema, Bishop, wewe umesoma kwa hapo kwa Biblia kwamba Biblia inasema tukue watu wa kuangalia wale watu wanaitwa widows na watu wanaitwa orphans. Lakini kuna watu wengine wanataka kujitokeza katika uongozi, lakini tayari washadhulumu wale wajane na wale mayatima. Hawafuati Biblia, wanataka kufanya uongozi ya Kenya, lakini Biblia inasema lazima ianze kwa kwako. And I want to say that every leader must lead by example. And let's stop the lies that is being preached all over. Kuna mtu mwingine anaimba hapo anapiga PS yangu saa yote, PS Omolo, Murkomen, PS Omolo. Because he has no idea, no single agenda. I want to tell him, because we served with him in government. Tukiwa cabinet, hakuna kitu moja alipropose. Aongei throughout cabinet, not a single proposal. For 2 years, akiwa kwa ofisi ya kusaidia rais, amezunguka Kenya mzima, nobody remembers him kwa kitu yoyote yenye alipropose, yenye inaweza lete Kenya ipamoja. Ilikuwa ni about shares, about dividing this community, kataza kabila hii, kataza kabila ingine. Na saa yote, hakuna kitu ingine anafanya, nazunguka from this FM to this blog to this social media, inciting Kenyans. Sijawahi kuona, this is the first time in Kenya that a person seeking the office of the president is talking around and akisema Wajaluo hii, Wakalenjin hii, Wakikuyu hii, Waluya hii. This is the first time we are having a person who has ever occupied a higher office in Kenya who is talking openly about tribalism. Even if the others were tribalists, they were a bit guarded in what they were going to say. And I must say that as a nation, we must shun those kind of leadership. Na lazima tutembee pamoja kama vile umeona sisi tumetembea pamoja. He is talking around and akisema Wajaluo hii, Wakalenjin hii, Wakikuyu hii, Waluya hii. This is the first time we are having a person who has ever occupied a higher office in Kenya who is talking openly about tribalism. Even if the others were tribalists, they were a bit guarded in what they were going to say. And I must say that as a nation, we must shun those kind of leadership. Na lazima tutembee pamoja kama vile
Ag en logoiwek alak chitab Kalenjin ko mwae en nguni kandoindetab chamaitab DCP noton ko Rigathi Gachagua kole miten kaimutik chechang chekebaorionjin en tuget noton nebo kanyoiset nebo SHA. Kamwa kole tindoi logoiyan kole wendi kong'emaksei tetutik choton chebo kanyoiset en tuget noton nebo SHA en arawek 6 choton chemiten tai. Kamwa kole missing ko en sipitalishek choton chebo chicha ko missing ko chebo faith based. Kamwa kole silingishek yache serikali silingishek choton chesire bilionishek 89 ak komagen sipitalishek choton kosib kocheng oratinwek alak chebo kotoretengei.
We have a big challenge with our hospitals. I have information that SHA will collapse in another 6 months and we'll have a crisis of unknown magnitude in the health sector. Today, as we speak, our hospitals, especially the faith-based hospitals, are owed 90 billion and they are almost shutting down. I want to give very humble advice, unsolicited though, to our hospitals. If SHA collapses, all our hospitals will collapse and we'll have a big crisis. Our hospitals should demand immediately the release of the 90 billion they are owed before they render more services to patients who come. Because if they don't, and SHA collapses,
Ag en kasaratan ko kaimuch komwa Gachagua kole bolembech ng'alalutik choton chekikaimuch koyomis serikali biikab boror kole miten katoldoleiwek choton cheite guniok milionishek 2 en choginikab serikali. Kamwa Gachagua kole rirtoen serikali bororiet en kasarta noton nekibaorionjin en emotinwek alak nan rarunet noton nebo katoldoleiwek.
we have a big crisis in the agricultural sector. He announced publicly that there are 2 million bags of fertilizer in the stores. Today, there is no single bag. The planting season is here. The rains are here. Not a single bag of fertilizer. They are trying to blame the war in Iran. It's a lie. No arrangements were made to provide fertilizer for the Kenyan farmers. So farmers have no choice but to go to the agrovet and buy fertilizer at 6,500 instead of the subsidized fertilizer by government of 2,500. All farmers are in distress. Even people from his region in Eldoret, in Kericho, they have called me. In the NSPB depots, there is not a single bag of fertilizer. Because he has been busy campaigning. He has abandoned his work. He is top of the car, dealing with trivial and petty issues at the expense of the Kenyan farmers.
Chitab Kalenjin nageng'alala naton po kandoindetab chamaitab DCP naton ko Rigathi Gachagua ko kakiwangu logoiwekab emet en koindo choton chekakimuch ketetun kong'etege mesetab logoiwek nebo Nenyon TV. Kainenyun ko Faith Chirchir, ka director nenyun ko ka Alan Kerry Kiprono. Kongoi missing en boroindo noton nekenam nebo isub logoiwek chuton. Testai iker ketesiet nebo Nenyon TV amun Kimii Gaa.
Nenyon TV.